Yeah. You know what? I didn't want to even do this last lecture, but creator on my case about it. I don't even think it's that important, but I'm not the creator. Now, I'm going to repeat this one more time. And then, hopefully, we can all move on, because it's over. It might as well be over. It might as well be over. You know, a lot of people be like, let it go, move. Let me tell y'all that's out there saying that to people. I don't know if y'all notice about these 3 years, how many people got caught up in this mess. But those of you that's out there saying move on, last time I checked, you can't move on until the situation has either been resolved or getting resolved, or you done bounce back from the significant damage that it done to your life. So until then, I think you got every right to complain unless you give it to God. Now you can say give it to God and let go, but so far just saying move on, ain't no moving on, because the whole purpose of being stuck is what we complaining about. Now that you use your ID, social security number, basically being a terrorist in your own hood, in your own country. Obviously, they wanted them numbers down a lot. They have so much go on in them last 3 years: coronavirus, disabilities, what else? Whole list of shit, y'all, that happened in the last 3 years. Too much shit went down in the last 3 years. Way too much. I bet you it was too much for them to even handle. I bet they like, God damn, what did we do? Somebody trying to do too much too fast. Like, just because y'all got to draw a plan on how you want the future to be, don't mean all of it got to be done in this one generation. Bad or good shit. Start on your own toe, clown. So, anyway, I say that to say that. There's some great liars out here, y'all, as we all know now. Not only did they fool the family, they fooled even social media. But now we know they straight narcissists. See, you can't see a narcissist. A true narcissist won't let you see them till they finally screwed you royally. Then you get to see how they really truly act. Goddamn top agent shit. Anyway, I'm just gonna do a recap, because my Facebook got stolen by somebody. I mean, I'm sure I can go and bust my ass just to get it back, but for what? It's all me. I ain't copying nobody, so. All the way from Colossus Pain to I, it's all me, so. It don't matter, y'all. Not for me, it don't. My job is done. I forgot it when I gave it. I told y'all how my brain worked. I'm supposed to be off now. Gave myself time off, goddamn. Anyway, y'all, I'm just gonna refresh y'all memory. Remember when I told y'all when I first got in this situation, there was only 2 places I could go. My house and my homeboy house. Both houses is in a bad situation when it comes down to drugs or a bad neighborhood. But literally, I could go nowhere. Now, that I'm almost at the end of this journey, and just in case something, I'm gonna tell y'all this before something just mysteriously happened to me and I fuck around and disappear, then I have to turn into a superhero on these motherfuckers, show them how I really get. I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all know what time it is, especially for those out there talking about move on. Ooh. Anyway, that must work for the narcissist. I heard they pay good. I wasn't smoking at all. Matter of fact, I had already quit every drug that I ever been on. My life had been completed and been magnificently turned around by the Creator. And I was on a 20-year stretch of soberness. But my ex, that's why I'm gonna tell y'all black couples out there. When a friend no longer wanna be friend with you, and if that friend come up to you, respectfully so, and let you know, like a man or woman, that don't give you the right to blow up and attack that person or attack that person's name, belittle that person's name. If anything, you're supposed to respect that person. Quit playing, acting like you're hard and you're tough as nails. You're the toughest thing out there. But then, when somebody hurt your little feelings, you go and tell all the business and even fabricate some of it. That's what I'm fucking for. This guy don't want me to smoke, but that's why I don't deal with people. They're too quick to write you off as crazy. They're looking at cards and act like God. I done seen people lose great relationships because, according to the books, a certain zodiac don't make a good relationship with another zodiac. I think y'all better look at that a little bit more thoroughly. I don't think it means, just like school, or just like video games, it don't mean you do that or just like that. It don't mean it like that, y'all. Don't get me wrong. If they upside down, that's exactly what I mean. But if they straight side up zodiacs, it don't matter. God can put your empress or your emperor in any one of those zodiacs, so don't fool yourselves. Don't be too smart for your own good. That's just something to look for. I don't know much about that. Don't come chastising me and all that extraness. I just go off of common sense. And anything I get into, I'm gonna evaluate my own common sense. I'm gonna use my own discerning spirit with whatever I'm finna to dive into. It's a lot better than most parents out there talking about, give it to God. And even though they literally need to be there to sign some paperwork or something, they'll just tell you to give it to God. As if God gonna come to your parent day at school and sign your paperwork. Sorry, motherfucker, bro. They'll sign some insurance paperwork about you, though, and then probably take your fucking ass out. Now, let me get off that shit. I get upset with this family shit. Black families is terrible, y'all. Don't get me wrong. Few in between. Probably 5% out of all the blacks. Families are actually good. That's terrible, y'all. Especially since we overpopulate the earth. That's why don't nobody want to do business with us. We'll sleep with your goddamn mamas, your cousins, our folks, everybody else folk. and come back and come to your cookout, smile in your face, after we just got through sleeping with your woman. Well, not me, of course. But, I just want to say that, and this ain't really to the city, so y'all can close y'all ears out to this shit. This shit's petty. This is just to Northeast Georgia. I want to tell y'all young ones out there something, especially the ones that think you gangsters. Quit to call out people names. You call them whores, bitches, just what the music say, crackheads, what's your other one, sneaking and geeking. Man, motherfucker, you name it. Y'all gonna say it. As if y'all know anything about any of that shit. Unknowingly or not knowing the fact that the same fucking drugs you getting from the hospital is the same shit. Literally, nigga. Only difference is the milligram, nigga. So shut the fuck up, basically. Get your money, man. You niggas ain't even making no money out there, bro. I wouldn't even be on the street these days. If I couldn't get me 15 grand and a goddamn, and a good 8-hour sitting, I know that's bad up north, I'm talking to these country folk. If I couldn't get me 15 grand and an 8-hour sitting, it wasn't worth my time. That's the whole purpose of having your own business, and it ain't gotta be dope. I could sell a car in an hour and make 15 grand more than, and then I sell 2 more than motherfuckers. I sell 2 cars. I'm gonna probably make more than you paper asshole at your job. Now, in an hour. I told y'all the hard part is the insurance, for me anyway. I really don't even want to talk about this because I see the people getting sick. I see the people rolling over, bro. The golden days here, young or old. I see death in your eyes. But I just want to say something. It don't matter if it was weed, alcohol, or the worstest drug ever known to man. But I remember me, personally, healing a lot of y'all mamas and daddies, brothers and sisters off of this shit when they was in their dying moment. You think they went in my studio and made music? Yeah, we made music after they healed. So really, I could have charged them, I should have charged them for the nursery that I did to their baby asses, to get them back up and ready to go. Most of them go back to that bullshit, but at least they understand medicine a little bit better. And it seems like they do it a little better, even though they're still on bullshit. Now they just gotta, one thing I do to all of them, even though they think they fucking me, I fucks them. I make sure they got them third eyes open before I even operate with them. Cause you know why? When they leave and they screw me, they're gonna have one of the biggest worstest conscience on their fucking mind all the time, bro. Like they ain't gonna never, it's just gonna be over and over, it's just gonna be agonizing, like just for screwing me in particular. I noticed something about life. When people get hardship or something bad happens to somebody and they start crying and whining, they don't think about the fact that it could have came from the fact that they did somebody like shit in their previous, in their past tense. I got tired of seeing that shit because the old G's, I ain't talking about my parents, I'm talking about my grandparents, they noticed this to a T better than the paperwork that they had to have when it came down to purchasing something. That's why they was a lot smarter than us. Like for instance, you need a lot of technology now to measure houses and this and that. They did it with their feet. You know what I'm saying? Thank God I learned from a lot of them, because I would be finished, because believe me, they say I'm good at math, but I suck at math. I just know enough to get me, my soul, and my spirit through. I can give a rat's ass about everybody else, because this math is numbers. You ain't gonna get it. You ain't gonna get all of it. You're gonna have to have a big group. But, and it's gotta be a big unity group. And I don't think no nationality got that right now. We can all tell that by the damn, all the money that's supposed to be in the world, but that, yet, look at all the suffering. So, I'm just refreshing y'all memory. I could literally only go to 2 places. The term meaning that I've been living in this neighborhood my whole life, but I knew somebody paid these folks off ASAP. But I also knew that you were gonna use the fact, seeing that there were the only 2 particular places I could go to, I also knew that that was a setup, probably by my ex with her lying ass. At the time, I think she's supposed to change now, but let me tell you women something out there, especially you so-called good ones. You quit leaving men, like Cat Williams said, 100% good nigga for a goddamn 20% good motherfucker. And then acting like when you leave your good nigga, you belittle that person's name to a T, almost to the point where he probably finna do life or a couple of elbows in prison. But yet, you are cheating on this 100% good man with a 20% ratchet motherfucker, no matter the nationality. My family and my ex-family give each other hell about drugs and, the same old typical slave mentality bullshit. Yet, they all surrender to the one that she leave me for, which ain't even good enough to be in my circle. And I got rid of everybody in my circle. Everybody in my circle better than this person. And it's killers and all kind of people that was in my circle then, and they was all better than this person that she was with. Because she was with, I don't know, I ain't gonna call him by his name, because I don't know him. But I do and I don't. It wasn't worth the goddamn move though. It was a bad chess play on her part. Just put it that way. She know now, she didn't know. Grow and learn, we all grow and learn. They say, let me make sure I'm even recording y'all. Oh yeah. They say, wisdom come with trial and error of time, Told y'all I was on the street at 12. Now, from this day forward, I don't want nobody coming up to me telling me what kind of parents they think I got and I always have had. Because let me tell you something, y'all out there. This goes even for myself. A good parent gonna be there for their kids no matter what. A good parent never gonna leave their kid, no matter what. A good parent gonna see to it that their kid be the best that they could possibly be, especially better than their asses, no matter what. So unless you got some parents around here, you done met some that meet that quota, I think we all need to just shut up with that a little bit, especially black folk. Now, back to the drugs. I'm gonna crush y'all niggas with this drug shit. I'm gonna tell y'all something about drugs. I ain't gonna say this shit so the world can go get on drugs. That ain't what I'm saying. I'm just saying America just gotta brush up in certain areas that way before all this shit started happening. Even before the slavery, it was fucked up and it needs to be fixed. So that shit still is there, waiting to be fixed. Generational curses. But I'm gonna tell y'all something. I seen more good relationships, lasting longer, long-lasting relationships, and what y'all would call trouble people, which is drug addicts or whatever, together last a lot longer, seem a lot better. Way more than I have people who don't do none of this stuff. Why? Because we get in our ego. Even the ones who feel like we done mastered it, there's still moments we get in our ego. And when a sound-minded person get in their ego, they are a hell of a lot more dangerous than a person that's a drug addict, believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen. That's why the world is in turmoil today. So what? This person went out there and killed that person, or so what? This person killed them, or that person, or 5 of this person. People like that I'm talking about, they push a button, they killing hundreds. And going home and eating a good meal and going to sleep. Acting like none of that blood is on their hands. Only if they knew. It's a paper assholes out there right now, literally thinking they're gonna win if I die. Literally thinking they're gonna win if I got strung out on a drug. No, I beat you regardless, because you still ain't gonna accomplish half of the what shit that I done accomplished, and what I done told you. You ain't even gonna figure some of that shit out until we both dead. In turn, meaning you ain't gonna get there. Not saying you couldn't, just saying what we decide to put our time in is a mirror image, not a mirror image, it's definitely a reflection to guide on how our heart look before he even look inside of us. The decisions we make when we are empowered at that moment in time to make a right or wrong or yay or nay, whatever decision. Now, one of my homies was over here the other day. I think he recorded it. He said something about, we were talking about past stuff. He was like, well, what you was high there? I said, let me tell you something, folks. I could be still high, whatever you think I was high for then. I said, because people don't come to me to get rid of something. They come to me to find balance in something. Whether it's them or a couple, a married couple older than me, black or white. But they want to stay with each other. They love each other. So they're trying to figure out how they can balance that demon until they can at least taper off of it. They come to me for that, rich or poor. Something I should charge for, but seeing that I always somehow get on the wrong path, I figure me and God can call that balance or even by me not charging. If you donate though, y'all, that would be wonderful if I could even get that, because I'm gonna close it out because I need to start over and do this one on a fresh one. But I'm gonna refresh our memory on what really went down. And the same shit that went down with me went down probably with all the chosen ones. Everybody who didn't take the shot on COVID. And shit, we all looking at it like this. And everybody who refused to be paper assholes. If you look at it from a scope and a bird's eye view, if you look at the whole world from a bird's eye view, it's looking like that. All of the ones that's targeted are sound-minded individuals who make right and just decisions and are the bread and butter, if not the bread and butter, definitely the wisdom in the home, regardless if they're young or old. They probably were born with old souls. But, and I wasn't gonna tell this because I know even if my family act like I'm stupid and try to play this role, once the people hear this, their friends gonna be able to correct them. And that's gonna hurt. And honestly, y'all, seeing how they look now, compared to 3 years ago, whether they riding a BMW or not, they look terrible. Hell, I be sleeping most of the time when I see them. I still feel and look better than them. And most of the time they younger. Some do be older though. So I don't even want to even get bothered with the vengeance stuff. When God take over the vengeance, I don't even want to look at what God do to you, because it would have been better off if I did something to you. Even if that meant took you out, it still would have been better off that way. Because God can really be cruel, y'all. Not saying intentionally, but when he disciplines us, don't none of us like discipline, do we? It's always cruel. So, to be continued, huh?